Lanes on sides, which you can collapse on that objective first and be there first for that setup. So it doesn't matter if you don't have engage, if the enemy team has to walk into you. So a really good setup, really good pairing of champions here from Mad Lions. You've got the AP jungle with the double AD solo laners. You've got the 1-3-1, so it all makes sense. G2 on the other hand, you've got more of a teamfight-esque oriented comp. You know, Xin Zhao, Rakan, Syndra is a really powerful teamfight with a Poke Varus. I just need to keep...
If G2 falls flat again, it is going to leave a lot of questions.
Jankos is setting up if Caps gets the stun here.
Good stun, good follow-up. Jankos easy point-click move in. Now going to flash forward, a second auto, third, and gets the first blood. Game over, I like it.
That's the power of Xin Zhao level 3, doesn't even have the red.
Is playing incredibly safe. Jankos walking down with a control ward. They're trying to figure out if they've been spotted here.
Yeah, look what Mad Lions are doing. They're responding pretty well. Kaiser's just come out of base to mid. Elyoya's right behind him. They need to retake some kind of vision here because Humanoid could get 3-man dove.
Kaiser now coming in. He's going to block a decent amount of the damage. Jankos standing off to the side. The turn and burn, not quite enough. Humanoid still burning, still ticking down, but Elyoya wants to fire back, and he's going to grab Jankos. Humanoid just barely managing to live.
Yeah, that's huge, especially because he doesn't have TP. He can pick up this wave, and he gets an assist. Yeah, Jankos going to give away this blue buff, and Reckless and Cars here just kind of farming in bot side. This is a 4v4 on the top side of the map now. Rumble ult is up. The Lucian is pretty strong, but Wunder is going aggressive on top side.
Invisible manages to find the stun, but of course still taking a lot of damage here. He's forced to use the ult to get away. Now that's the equalizer coming down. Flash burned.
That really, really hurts for Wunder. Mickey might be in trouble here.
The stun. Mickey has no way to get out. The chain CC is ruthless. Humanoid going to grab that kill.
Yeah, I don't know why G2 are trying to contest this in a way. Yes, you have vision, but it feels like Mad Lions are just ahead in XP and in tempo. I mean, Elyoya is stronger than Jankos. Could crash that top wave, but Jankos is here to contest. Caps is level 8.
The Humanoid's right behind him. He has to be careful. Jankos can try to body block and try to protect here, and Caps certainly has enough self-peel, but they really can't afford to contest this one. Wunder has no ultimate. Now, keep in mind, if he manages to steal a soul heal, he can't get the reset. Jankos now trying to move in. That's the knockup. Wunder now moving into the midst of everybody. Viego does so much damage. If he can find the reset, he can turn the fight. He gets the reset. Now the ult is back available. He takes the Wunder, though, not the Jace. Or the Rumble, though, not the Jace. Wunder now moving in. That's going to be the stun. That's going to be the follow-up. Kaiser, no flash available. He should just get walked down here. Maybe the slow is enough. Camouflage could come out here in a moment from Wunder, but Mickey going to go in, going to get the ignite, the tick down. Kaiser, a mad lad. Can he do it? Ooh! Makes it back to the... As we get later in the game, these resets are going to become more and more threatening. So while Mad had the man advantage, felt like they were ahead in the play overall, the Viego alone turns it. And now the TP coming topside. Wunder trying to move back into the camouflage. A TP now matched. If they get the reset under Arma before the TP finishes, though, it's going to be a big deal. That's going to be the reset. Wunder now coming through. He can steal the Jace. He's got the cannon for him, and he's going to back away, but they're knocking him up. They're knocking him down. Unstoppable, but the Braum concussive blows make it work. Humanoid grabs the kill.
Yeah, good response again from Mad Lions. Caps might burn down here. Elyoya's here.
Ooh, spear from downtown. You got to respect it. Mad Lions firing back.
Mad Lions are just first to the play all the time. They had Kaiser and Elyoya moving topside as the TPs were being channeled, so it was a 2v2 into a 2v4. Mad Lions come away with the winning play there. They're going to herald onto the top side to give Humanoid some plate gold. And although G2 was ahead in gold and in tempo, but it looks like Mad Lions responded well and the game's just evened up.
Jankos should try to move in here. TP now coming in. This is a huge commitment of resources. It's Wunder moving in. So if they get a single reset, this is going to be disaster. Humanoid coming out. Excellent target for Wunder. Going to try to follow up, but the tower here is still too big of a threat for them to get anything else.
Yeah, but look at the bot side. Arma TP down. Looks like he's getting a few plates for himself, so they're responding on this
difficult champion to teamfight with. Viego without his ulti or his passive, also not very good in teamfights, but he's always going to have both those available when it matters. That said, first Dragon of the game, interestingly, 13 minutes, 30 seconds. The first time we see a Drake focus, the first time we see a Drake prioritize, and it will be the ahead.
So making sure you put the resources towards mid-top side is more important than trying to find bot lane advantages. Although, Reckless did get 2 plates on that bot tower in the 1v1, all the 4v4s have been pretty even.
Keeping an eye on Elyoya now, who is going to get knocked up. Solid gank coming in here from the side of G2. Elyoya burned down in an instance. Fantastic chain CC from G2, finding that pick, finding that opportunity. Yeah, really good play. And the vision stands from topside just earlier on, like a minute ago, we were talking about. Elyoya has no vision. G2 have full vision, so they can afford to make those plays. Elyoya had the flash, but he does save it because the Rakan ult came out. He knew if he flashed, he was probably going to die anyway. Humanoid now going to grab a side lane turret, but I think it's important that we talk about Elyoya. He was the man who was...
Cross map, can't match the play. Let's get something on the opposite side of the map. Caps doesn't have TP just yet. If he did, I think Mickey would have stayed and they would have fancied a 5v5 at this point because of how strong Viego is and Xin Zhao. But it looks like they're just going to give it up. And I think G2 are just going to get the information that it's Caps going to push in, see if we can get that one. But Caps is TPing mid here. I think they just want to force mid because he saw 2 members bot. Maybe they can look for a pick or try to collapse onto Mad Lions here.
Jankos can't go in onto Humanoid. He is just going to dash away. Mickey, really their only reliable engage option at this stage, though, is Reckless has burned the ultimate already. Not too far off cooldown, but Carsey already just starting to rain down a bit of poke, and ulti coming across will hit both Reckless and Caps.
Here's the power of the 1-3-1 though. Look at Armwood on the bot side. He has the Herald. That bot tier 2 is going to fall. G2 need to respond to their bot tier 3, but the Dragon spawning in 15 seconds. They have to make a choice here. Send Wonderbot, defend this tier 3, and then maybe we can fight Drake. You could see Caps TP'd mid so they could get the mid priority, so they could get the Vision and this mid tier 1. We'll see if they can contest the Drake though.
Full commit. Heal now coming out just to ferry Caps out to safety. Kaiser waiting off in the wings. Eyes on El Yo-Yo. That's a level 2 equalizer that can come down. Arma ready on the flank. This is a perfect pinch to collapse on if El Yo-Yo wants to commit. Waiting on the ultimate for now. Caps burning, ticking. Mickey gonna save him as much as he can. Caps will walk away.
That's it. I don't think they can contest it now. Caps got chunked out too much, and that's the power of Mad Lions' comp. It's not that strong in the straight up 5v5s, perhaps as G2's is, but they have a lot of poke. Ezreal, Jace with a Rumble ult, Illusion culling. There's a lot of things in Jace or Illusion. You're just going to struggle. So this bot lane is going to be a bigger and bigger issue as the game goes on. I think G2 definitely favored in the current position. They've kept Baron control on the top side. You can see
damage down. That's part of why the poke Varus and the Syndra are so strong in this composition. But when Mad move in, hold that thought. Wonder now backing off. He has no stealth though. Humanoid can just dash forward. That's the ulti coming out. Coaling. It's gonna be the shield burned. Armut off to the side from downtown, but the sidestep from Lunder is clean. He will walk away and not gonna go for that either.
That red can get the setup. This is really important. If they can be the ones to just pull the trigger before they get chunked out by Rumble ults or Jace QEs or Ezreal, then they should be favored. Wonders on the side.
Gonna be big. He's gonna try to start to the stun. Maybe he can get El Yo-Yo or Carsey. That's gonna be the big target. That's the Rumble now locked up. Jankos in the midst of everything, just isolating Carsey, making sure Carsey can't do damage. Now that's the shutdown. If Wonder lives through this fight, he gets the reset. Now he's the Rumble. He can move through if he needs to. Jankos going in. Humanoid going down. G2 have taken the fight as expected, and now they turn for the Dragon.
Yeah, Mad Lions a little bit split up there, and G2 just pulled the trigger. There was no vision difference there. They just went for the straight 5v5, and Wunder had a really good position. Caught out El Yo-Yo, and he got the reset. That was so important.
The area would be a miracle steal from Kaiser. Does not look like it's going to happen. G2 getting Baron is a big deal. A gold lead as well to back them up. Wonder getting stronger and stronger. Things are looking good for G2 Esports.
To try, and you just look at this position. He can't go too far forwards. Mad Lions trying to pressure topside, maybe answer a tier 2 with 2 tier 2s of their own. Try to trade off something if they can, because they know they can't hold the base. Even if Humanoid was in this mid or in bot side, he won't be able to hold the tower anyway. So let's at least try to get something. Reckless with the Proudest Claw ult.
Ulti, now Carsey's been locked up. They're going to burn him down all too easy. The turn and burn, the equalizer does a lot of work there. Maybe they can turn it back onto Caps. Wonder off to the side though, looking for the reset, fishing for something. Going invisible now as he's going to continue his focus on this tower, but Armut now going to be the one in trouble. Big damage coming in for the Viego. Unstoppable on the back half of the ulti, but they go in. They've locked him up under tower, but it's not enough. He resets. What is this champion? He will get taken down in the end, but G2 burning through that bot tier tower.
The resets don't drop tower aggro, so he gets taken down, but Reckless with the Proudest Claw ultimate onto Carsey on the Ezreal manages to get the kill. Follow up from Mickey, really good, well played mechanically there from Reckless. Secures the push. Once one member falls like Carsey, the push just doesn't stop. 2 inhibs gone. Jankos zoning a Humanoid. I think the game might be over here.
Gonna push in, gonna push down. Jankos still has ultimate is available too, so he can just leap in. That's gonna be the dash, go in, ulti just to make sure he stays safe. G2 still pushing down, still focused, but interestingly, going to back off here.
Yeah, gonna back off. They don't want to risk it. Kaiser's
easy
up.
for G2 to take these team fights, but now as they push in on the top side tier 2, it'll be the equalizer to deny the push for now. Mad Lions just trying to buy time, trying to buy space and slow the pressure coming out from G2.
Yeah, G2 have bot and mid inhib, so top inhib's the last one, but going 5 man because Mickey has flash, he could pull the trigger whenever, and Mad Lions with the Jace can kind of clear waves now. Have to see what happens.
Right off to the side, but Jankos is right in his face. He's going to go over the Bankade. They're going to follow. Mickey's there with a follow-up CC as well. That's going to be another charm coming in. Mickey just too clean this game. Reckless finding a kill off to the side. Everybody on Mad is just getting torn to pieces. G2 are ruthless. Mad finding kills across the map, but not enough. As we get into this late game, it is all G2 all the time. Armut cannot find his montage moment as G2 now push in and will end their first game in the summer season, taking a game over the current LEC champions.
Will they decide to look for poke? It's still 20 seconds on Mad Lions, so I think they're probably going to end it here. They do have a lot of burst if someone wants to respawn, but they're just going to emote instead and take the first win of the split.
Faces of elation from G2 Esports. Feeling good after that one. Or maybe just another day at the office for a team that's been practicing over the course of the offseason. And I have to say, it does make dealing with the Rumble jungle a little bit more difficult as he no longer has a dash to get him around that pillar. But in the top lane, Gen X is going to be feeling good, and this is going to be a very explosive matchup. Gen-X and White Knight, two guys who were stepping up towards the end of the season for both of their teams respectively. And that's generally where we're going to keep our eyes. That
two camps, so Treats will need to start responding soon. He's going to go through bot into their jungle, I'd expect. Maybe he wants to look for some kind of gank here on the bot side of Astralis, who are going very aggressive.
Done, going to connect. Treats now on the way down. This is a bit unfortunate for Jessica and Promisecue. Treats now moving forward. Promisecue going to burn. Thumbs up.
That play top was necessary. Cover White Knight for the push out, gets him a free base, he can save TP.
Jesus can walk forward, walk around the wave, and hook Promisecue. Promisecue does have his flash available, but he needs to do it immediately. Now Flash and Heal coming out to safety. They want to turn and burn onto Jesus. Jesus slowly but surely taking down White Knight in the midst of everything. That's going to be a kill, traded back. Jessica going to grab that one. 2 hours here as well as Gen-X. Very aggressive.
Pushing into SK, I would say. That's why Astralis is running up there. And it's a bit even, but I think Astralis should get that wave pushing into SK. Let's force in mid.
Flash forward from the Rumble. No CC, but he doesn't need it. Jesus going to grab that one.
In the mid lane, and SK are going to pick up that dragon eventually. They have the bot side vision, so lots of cross-map trading coming in here from junior objectives, trade of flashes, lots of generic trading coming in here from everyone.
It's a very small window, but one where they could make a possible play. Trundle would be coming in a little bit too late as the hook does manage to connect. Ulti coming out as well. Jessica's just going down over the top side. That's so much damage on Ezreal. Jessica burning down, and that's exactly the start that they needed. TP used, TP responded. We might have a full-on bot lane party one more time. Gen-X coming in. Hook gonna get flashed away by Magic Felix. No follow-up there as Treats tries to burn down Zanzara, but SK now pushing in.
White Knight's the one who learned from last time. I'm not TPing down there. I'm staying in my lane. SK all TP down. Themselves a kill. And Treats making plays around the map.
You gotta respect it.
Oh, there's the TP though.
Far. TP coming in a little bit later. Dash now gonna come out, but here is the pillar for follow-up. Lee Sin in the area as well. That's the flash. Kick him right into the wall and finish him off. The double bruisers. Wow, just doing work here on the bottom side.
Yeah, White Knight
on the way for 2 hours. And Core Drinker for Lee Sin gonna feel good in some of these duels, but we'll see what Jesus and the rest of SK can get done. It's gonna be the turn and burn. Zanzara can come in here with the pillar. Jesus is gonna be in trouble. The second the Aftershock falls off, he's gonna be very squishy, but the Shockwave comes in to bail him out. White Knight can't fall up. He's fishing for the kick. We'll go just a little bit wide. SK getting away with that.
Jesus just about lives. I think Astralis should have overcommitted. They didn't manage to pick up the kill, but let's look at the map. Treats starting up the dragon again. Second dragon for SK, so they could be looking at a 25-minute-ish soul here once they take this down. And they're playing towards the bot side. That means SK on the top side of the map need to be careful. One Zanzara here is that taken down.
And the struggle here, of course, is that despite that focus on tower gold, despite the focus on plating and heralds, they're still behind in gold overall. We see 2 hours in his first game. Feel bad for Blue. It's rough to not be able to play. But for 2 hours, regardless of what happens with this roster, this is his chance to prove himself on this stage, on this big momentous stage. Well,
SK are making plays of their own. This is going to be the second tower they take. White Knight's a little bit ahead on the Lee Sin, but everyone else on SK is ahead in their respective roles.
Absolutely.
Jessica can get an easier time pushing in and trying to take the top tier 1, which is the objective. And until the dragon spawns, I think Astralis will keep focusing on towards his top side.
See a bit of pressure utilized in the mid lane in the form of the Rift Herald. The rest of Astralis not feeling too comfortable to step forward here. Keep in mind, Magic Felix does have that first.
I think SK have a lot of damage and a lot of zone control in these fights. The only problem really they have is, the only front line they have is Jesus, and I think Zanzara is going to ult him on the Aftershock, so he's going to get melted. It's whether Astralis can move forward or not. Jesus is going aggressive.
In trouble, but that's going to be the hook lockdown. That's so much CC. Jezu, does he want to follow up here? Ezreal all dodged out conveniently just in time. Jezu now moving over. He manages to make it out.
Clean play. Absolutely clean play from Jezu. You saw the W giving them a lot of information, and the Infernal Map Soul is actually helping them out a bit, but I think they won't be able to find their way into this pit.
Not taking any risks. Straw's going to be able to take this one away. Very big deal. Not letting your opponent get to the Dragon Soul point. Massive. Buys you so much more time in this game just to scale up. Something that Magic Felix, of course, is still needing.
They're going to start Baron here. They have a Kai'Sa, so they can burst it down quickly. The Rumble does a lot of damage. They're just 5-manning this Baron. I think Astralis are just not there in time. Can they get there?
Zanzara running. It's ticking. They have so much damage. You already mentioned it. Yes, they don't have a front line, so they're getting very low. 3K, full commit. Zanzara coming in. Zanzara, no flash available. They're going to burn down the Baron. White Knight over the wall. White Knight looking to turn it back. That's going to be the kick from downtown, trying to fire back. Jezu still alive for now, but he will be sacrificed so the rest of the team can escape. Magic Felix picking a fight here with Treats. Treats just going to get cut down here. Big shutdown. How many Baron buffs will survive? Surely they're going to go for the dive here onto Jesus. Auto attacks there, not enough. Shutdown onto Jesus as well. SK, they grabbed the Baron, but other than that, it's a bit of a disaster.
Yeah, somewhat of an overcommit there. Maybe they thought they had a little bit more time.
Jessica, second item completed, still stacking up on the Muramana. Gen X has to be careful, though, here. He's one of 2 remaining Baron buffs. If he gets picked off here, it is disaster. The Baron's still not working out for them. Zanzara has to run for the hills, though. He's ticking. He's burning down. The kick flash coming in from White Knight, but no follow-up. Promise you cannot land the Zenith Blade, but he might not need to. It is an absolute all-out brawl. It is a mess of a fight, and Treats manages to make it out. Now Promise Q on the run. The knockup coming through. Magic Felix potentially next on the list, but Jessica has the overstayed. The hook going in. The flash out from Jessica is clean so far, but it's the double for 2 hours.
This was a
2 hours. The gold leader in this game. 3-0-0. Again, phenomenal start for this young player in the LEC. Jezu now going to find the lockup. Zanzara overstaying his welcome in enemy territory. Becoming a bit of a trend in this game. Equalizer goes wide. Healing from the ult is going to make sure that he makes it out of that one. Astralis under, and it's actually SK who are starting to get poked out.
Yeah, SK pushed in mid-wave, and Astralis just had to give it up because the amount of spells coming out from SK. They used a lot of ultimates to secure this push to get into this Dragon Pit. All they have left is a Shockwave and the Killer Instinct, but Astralis don't have much either.
Poke onto Magic Felix immediately kites into the back line, collects a little bit of extra gold here for Jezu on that one, and now they just burn down the objective. Astralis opting to split on that one. A bit of a head-scratcher.
Yeah, huge mistake. The fight's lost from that point onwards. Now, SK, Infernal Soul point, but Gen X might be too deep here. 2 hours has TP if he wants to match.
Getting drained here. No resistances to speak of. Zanzara just threading through him. So much damage now coming out. Lee Sin just walks in. Point and click on the Dragon's Rage will finish the job.
He did not everyone on Astralis, so one Shockwave could decide the game here. But for now, because he's in base, Astralis have tempo in mid. So they're going to take this tier 1, and they are going to get themselves something on the map. But
try to force something. White Knight from over the wall. Decision making a little questionable this game. A few mishaps here and there, but his mechanics have been clean. Flash over the wall from Jesus, though. Immediate engage onto the Ezreal. From downtown comes the Equalizer, but Jesus now going to flash out. Jesus now in trouble, though. White Knight has turned it back. Zanzara now flashing out to safety, but Coleman coming out alongside the Gale Force. Both sides going to back away, but only Jesus going down.
Yeah, it's
soul point in the case of SK.
Definitely. Astralis are the ones with setup. See the TP's coming in. Ult comes out from Promise Q. Was trying to find the engage before SK can contest this, but Jez is going in.
Goes in on the Lee Sin. Jez is in the midst of everybody. They're going to probably try to wait for Aftershock to fade away. Zanzara already using the ultimate just to try to steal some of those resistances. He's very tanky, but down comes the Equalizer. Zoning Rush to Astralis, stopping them from following up, and that's the jungler dead. This is free access to the pit. Chaos Storm is down as well. You have to feel Astralis won this fight before it even properly began.
Yeah, SK have the setup. Mistake there from Zanzara. Went too deep. Jesus gets the hook. He gets melted. The ultimate doesn't save him. And I think the Equalizer was crucial. Astralis couldn't contest that. He was zoned away. 2 hours is a bit low, but he has a Shockwave. Jesus is on the side. White Knight's trying to find a flank. They have to contest this, but it's gone. Infernal Soul for SK.
SK may be hungry for a little bit more. They have the man advantage. Jezu's going to step forward here a little bit, but Jessica still has to be respected. A lot of damage coming out from this new Ezreal build. If you give him time, he will do work.
I think realize the same thing. They're just going to start up this Baron. SK need to respond. They haven't got much vision, but the vision plant is there. So if they can hit that and get full vision of Astralis, maybe they can look for a steal.
Jessica, it's going to be a slow burn here from the Ezreal. He's stacking up on the attack speed.
Where's he going to TP?
Jessica's off to the side, walking away. Now it's going to be Golden Earth going in a little bit wide. It's going to be Promise Q, the first to get burned down here. Rumble out still ticking onto Magic Felix. Ezreal firing back, finding multiple members of the pinch. Jessica in the mix of everything. The kick flash back is clean, but no, Jezu still has ultimate up and available. He manages to make it out. Jessica picking off members. The Ezreal is strong. The longer this fight goes, the more oppressive this Ezreal is going to feel. Laying down poke from the back line, not taking any damage in response, and so far
here, when they engaged earlier on, he wasn't. They're going to look for some kind of vision here.
9K,
Treats has flash. He could look for the flash steal.
Ball in the pit. 5K, getting lower and lower.
Rumble ults up again in a second. It's going to come down.
Where's the smite? Big Equalizer down across the side. If you mess up the smite at all, the Equalizer will take it away from you. They're waiting, they're holding, they're burning, they're ticking it, but no, Zanzara not going to let it happen. Trying to buy a bit of time with a stopwatch. Jezu isolated off to the side by the Chaos Storm. The rest of the team just getting absolutely run down. Rumble gets some good damage, but Jessica remains standing. Meanwhile, a W from downtown. Jezu just cannot miss a shot.
Can he base though? Jessica wants to back off, but it looks like they're TPing in mid. There's 40-second death timers on Astralis. Yes, Jessica will be able to base. I don't think Jesus will be able to spawn, but he's going to go for it. Oh, he almost got it, but I don't know if that ult got cancelled. I think it's off cooldown, but SK have a wave in mid. They have just enough creeps to play with. 30 seconds on Magic Felix, 20 seconds on Zanzara, 20 seconds on White Knight. Can they end the game here? Jessica has to clear out the creeps. SK don't have the Baron buff. I don't think SK can end it here.
Jessica does some good damage. They're determined to push it in. The Baron buff powering up these creeps. Killing the creeps is one option for Jessica. Ezreal getting closer and closer, coming off the cooldown. If he can just one-shot the wave, it'll be good. But if he stuns himself with the Ezreal, he will certainly get one-tap. Gen X going golden. Promise Q ready with the auto attack stun to come out. No, not enough. Gen X manages to find the kill, but still, as called, Cadril, Astralis managing to hold on for now.
Yeah, SK need to run for their lives now. Astralis is going to chase them down. They don't have any TPs to look for it. Jez has no flash though from earlier on. White Knight's connected. Jezu has to give it up. He has the ultimate, but he can't find the fight. 2 hours is out of mana. Jesus is going to fall. Gen X fell. Yes, Jessica died, but he bought enough time with that stopwatch to defend the base. Maybe one team wants to pull the trigger and engage, but it's all going to come down to this fight, you expect.
Last Smite fight went in the favor of Zanzara. Can Treats turn it around this time? A little bit.
White Knight is in a really good position here.
Looking to go over the wall, moves over, going to find the kick immediately. That's the one shot into the 80 carry. That is everything that Astralis needed. They waited, they bided their time, and now maybe they can turn the fight, but the equalizer is clean. Gen X now looking to follow up, but the Coling goes wide. Ezreal going to connect onto Jesus in the meantime.
Astralis need to reset the fight here. They have a numbers advantage. White Knight wants the TP back. Let's regen. Look at Zanzara's HP with the Warmox. It's just going to go straight back up. Jessica can lifesteal as well. So they should be able to get their health bars back up, which is going to hurt SK. You can see Gen X pushing in bot. Maybe he can pressure some kind of tower. No, he's going to come back over. Treats has Smite, but no flash. If he walks up too far, Promisecue could go on him. They need to be careful here. If Astralis get this dragon, they're just going to turn and kill them. SK need to make a decision soon.
SK don't know what they're doing. SK are lost. They decide to back off. They decide to give this one up, but that combat buff is going to be a big deal. Jez is still coming in, though. Magic Felix, less than 2 minutes around the corner. If they can just find any fight whatsoever, they're going to feel pretty good.
No. 2-3 fight. He's always been able to kick Jezu, and now that the Rumble Wolf's down, Gen X ease into the wall. It does manage to flash out. Maybe if he gets hit by this, he'll die. The GA is procced.
But Gale Force as well now came out. He has no more movement tools to get out of this one, and now Astralis are just moving in. Astralis are just looking to take the fight. They've managed to lock up Jessica for a brief moment with the Nautilus element. Zanzara now getting pulled back. Zanzara is so damn tanky. He just refuses to die. Now Astralis are pushing in. Astralis could be the ones who look to end this game. Treats trying to kill the wave. He will be able to do so, but Astralis can turn right back to the Baron.
Looks like they're going to go for it. They're definitely going to get this Baron. Gen X is dead for 40. Flash and the kick available, but I think this is gone. Maybe SK can push in waves. There's really not much SK can do. They're just going to have to give this up. There's nothing they can do on the map. They can push in mid, but that's about it. They just want to group up and just use the Leona to try and zone them away. Maybe they want to use the Chaos Storm to zone away SK and just secure the inhib. The Warmox, he's just going to stay out of line of sight, stay out of damage, and his health should go back up. Jessica can lifesteal as well, but the engage is coming in.
That's going to be a 3-man knockup. Gen X still on the backside. They're going to try to take down White Knight as best as they can, but Jezu's just taking so much damage. Zanzara running forward, zoning, buying space for his team. Straw's going to grab their second inhibitor. They've still got Baron. They've still got double cannon minions. They've got supers just about ready to come into the mid lane as Zanzara pulls the wave.
Yeah, and SK don't have any frontline now. Jez is dead. Whoever steps up into this Victor Estriel is going to die quickly. You can see Gen X has to dash away. I don't think SK can hold on here. There's a super minion wave coming in mid. There's a wave coming in top with a cannon creep. They have the Baron for a little bit longer.
They have a shockwave. 2 hours, you're the sub. You just need to perform okay, but now all eyes are on you, and you whiff right in the moment where it matters most. Jezu going to try to fire back. Jezu getting a little bit of damage now. White Knight now going to be in trouble. Jessica leaping into the backside, but Jezu getting burned down. The flash chomp coming in from Zanzara, making his mark, and that is game 1 for Astralis. What a finish!
Woo. I thought when that Infernal Soul went down, they pretty much had the game.
And then Rakan will be the final lock here for Denik. Kind of following in Torre's footsteps a little bit there. Torre, of course, some of his best performances when he was on Excel were on that Rakan, and here we'll see how Denik can pilot it for this new look.
Dan actually going for more of the tank itemization. Earlier on in the day, I believe it was Canyon, we saw like a very glass cannon build as the ultimate comes down.
Patrick has to put the heal and the flash to get away. Denik will knock up Inspired and dance back towards Patrick, but this is
in the mid lane, 700 in the bot lane, 200 top, 100 in the jungle, like
300 in the supports.
300 in the supports as well. It's a good note there, Medic, because it's just advantages across the board. Now you may see a number of players disconnecting. They have not.
Okay. I haven't been told about this, so if you've been informed that...
No, I haven't. That is very true.
We're doing a bit better than that right now. Currently sitting about 1,500 gold, 1,200 gold ahead, in a very strong position. You can see CS leads in the mid lane, a CS lead in the bot lane, and of course all those plays.
Split really hasn't shifted that much.
I mean, they don't really need to shift it too much. It worked very well for them in spring. Here's the Fate's Call. No level 6 on Denik. There's the double knockup coming out from Trippy as they look to try and catch up Patrick. Knock him back. There's the stun. Even with the killing stick, Patrick should not survive this. The rend won't be enough as Hansama is unable to get those final bits of damage down. But here comes Inspired. And it might be time for an equalizer. First blood to Inspire.
The range is just so... First fights do actually happen. Look at the itemization difference. That is an Eclipse completed for Larson. That is a Shield Bow completed for Hansama. Like, the two big carries have their first core item, and more plates are being funneled onto Hansama. What he's going to get, that makes that, I believe, 8 plates now?
Maybe against slightly tougher opposition who haven't switched out a few of their players. Whether or not Inspired has to play a bit of a different role, but here it's going to be a fun day of League of Legends. We've already seen Treats have a relatively good Rumble jungle performance in the last game as the Fate Call comes out, and Dan is CC'd to death. Burn, get the deep vision in, and XL really can't do anything about it.
The more I think about it, the more I just feel like Rogue's draft just kind of stops XL's comp doing anything, really. Because they made it very obvious that they wanted to go for that dive, backline, hyper-aggressive. The immediate evolution after that, he came back and he was a much stronger, much more consistent, way more reliable mid laner. And I feel like...
Hey guys, we're 500 gold ahead in the first 5 minutes of the game just through laning.
It's like you don't get to play League of Legends, right? You're a spectator.
You can watch us, and we'll continue just to take tower after tower. And now XL, they don't want to spectate any longer. They have bought tickets, and they are looking to get into the action. Cry's coming in with the flank TP. Larson flashing away. Here goes Cry's. There's the Cyclone. And Reddy, why'd you say it, man?
The perfect game is ruined. Good engage from
Being the guy that knows things, and
you
I don't know.
Wow, it's rare. Engage, go with it!
Cool going in. There's the equalizer as well as they look to catch out down. Crescent Guard will keep him safe for the time being. Nuke Duck in his shroud. I put another circle on the map. If you could get rid of that for me, please, Vedius. Patrick chunked out as well with the Baron.
That will be spotted out, though. There is no control ward in the pit for the time being. Nuke Duck goes in. And I think he's
more Nuked Duck than Nuke Duck right now.
That's kind of what happens when the Akali goes in, but it did force the ultimate. The problem is, no teleport on Cry's. XL have all been forced to disengage. The best bet they can do really right now is try and trade the Drake as the Baron is secured for Rogue. And this is very much what we were talking about earlier on, where they won't flip a Baron, but the way in which they use that mid lane fight in order to quickly convert it into it kind of just goes to show how confident and aggressive they are willing to be. They are not slow with their gameplay.
Push down towards the bottom side, but with Baron, Rogue can just go for this 4-1. Odoamne's Slicing Maelstrom on its way back to being available. And that is another tier 2 gone. 5 towers to 0 in favor of Rogue. As you say, almost a 10,000 gold lead in before XL can even blink. Their mid lane inhibitor tower has gone down. Cry's has TP. Here we go, looking for a flank. Has the blast cone there as well, but Rogue just walk up towards Odoamne, and that TP does absolutely nothing. Odoamne now is chipped away at this inhibitor tower for the last few minutes, and they are looking for the inhib in the top lane. Mid lane inhib does still stand. Cry's looking for that flank, can't quite get in. Hans Summer dives forward, puts a little bit of damage into the back of the Monkey King. And Cry's is half HP and will be working his way back towards the fountain. Nuke Duck does land the Shuriken, but will not dive start off their summer campaign.
Has Odoamne used Flash yet this game?
Gonna say probably as Cry's goes in. Odoamne with the Slicing Maelstrom as well. The charm's not gonna do too much as Cry's is burnt to a crisp. Dennett goes down as well. Patrick Killer Instincts onto the back line, but all it does is kill him quicker. Nuke Duck dives away, almost falls. Trimby and Larson will chase him out as XL should be aced here before the end of the game. Dan chased under his Nexus Towers. Rogue with a pretty clean ace at the end. Only Odoamne going down. And Rogue will open up their ledger. A dominant victory here against XL to kick off their summer season.
Beautiful execution from Rogue from start to finish. Bot lane dominance, the way they translated their pressure around the map. Extremely well executed from Rogue. And they start off their split as they mean to carry it on. Simple dominance and still a clear favorite for the summer split.
Oh, they definitely are.
Providing utility and peel for either the AD carry or that Viego. And once they get one reset, this comp can really run away with the fight. The question is, can they get through this front line that Schalke...
From Schalke in spring was a very teamfight-orientated style. They were very defined by the fact Kire is going to get caught out. Winter's Bite locks him up. Flash in with the concussive blows. Leader, sorry, Kire, I am very sorry, you are dead. First blood goes over to SLT.
Advantage gained in the mid lane as well in terms of CS. So Vitality off to a very good early start.
Kire, remember, has no flash. Spectral Maw gets the stun. Wind becomes lightning and Kire becomes dead. Leader gets his first kill in the LEC summer season. Nuclear in, forced back underneath the tower as well.
With double buffs on a champion that he knows he can carry with, level 5 and with a kill under his belt. Beautiful stuff for Vitality. That's Kire now hovering around the top side.
And looking to try and make up for the first 2 deaths. Lands the knockback. SLT underneath the tower is going to survive. TP coming in as well as Leela wants to join the fray. Just forces Schalke away, and it was about 50 HP that SLT survived with. Concussive blows going down onto limit here. Self-made will just help clear out the way.
Curious as to what he does with his reset, as Neon is going to very quickly push out the bot wave. I imagine he wants to reset as well. Kire is going to be able to take the Rift Herald as an exchange for the Drake. And I'd like to see Schalke actually swap up towards the top side, funnel a little bit more gold into this Civ here. If they wanted to skirmish, they know they're stronger at this point in time. Labrov with the quick rotation up.
Crownshot's back in base. Neon won't be here either. Rift Tower down to 3,000 HP. Nuclear in a little bit separated. Selfmade diving in onto Limit, who hasn't got the 6 yet. Knocks them back, but Limit is down. Leader gets his second kill of Summer, and Vitality take the Herald.
It's pretty crazy that Leader actually got that kill, but it's a welcome one for sure.
On hit and healing you for 65% of that because you're a melee carry. Like, it's pretty darn strong, Vedius. If I were to pick any item in League of Legends right now, and you can only have one, Divine Sunder is where I'm going every single time as the engage comes down in the bottom lane. Labrov knocked back. Here come the TPs. Labrov's going to pop his stopwatch to try and keep himself alive. That would be high on the menu as well in terms of my item shopping adventures. Both TPs were cancelled there. Rift Tower popped in the mid lane onto Nuclear, onto Leader there as he gets a couple more plates. Dominus used by Nuclear in just to keep himself alive. Selfmade looking for perhaps a little bit more action down towards the bottom side. I can see him toying with the idea of going for the tower dive. Vitality. We talked a little bit about identity at the start of the game. Right now, it seems Vitality very settled in getting Leader ahead and allowing him to carry. Dive coming in the top lane, flash away from SLT, still has the wild growth here, and this dive has gone all kinds of wrong. Broken blade, more like broken back. He dived under the tower, SLT takes him down.
Kirei did and SLT was able to stall out with the assistance of Selfmade too. Vitality find themselves another kill.
4-0 right now, 3,500 gold ahead. Labrov here in the mid lane, Nuclear in, getting forced away. The Heartbreaker not quite enough. Dominus will keep him alive. Glacier Fisher knocks him up in the Ignite. Tick, tick, ticks as Labrov takes the kill. It's kind of an okay win for Vitality.
They ended their split on a high, but the organization has made pretty dramatic changes, and so far it is paying off in game one. Limit.
It's a nice knockup by Limit across the wall, and Selfmade. Yeah, I'm not sure he needed to flash for that one. Neon now forced back. Labrov's going to try and chase him down. Spell Shield will block the Winter's Bite. There's the heal for the movement speed as well. Selfmade, imagine if you had Flash, man.
Deficit that they find themselves in, and I think one of the big things about the Talia Renekton is that you really wanted to play through this lane. Yep. You wanted to try and get the Renekton ahead and actually shut Leader down so that there's one less damage threat on the side of Vitality, which means that Crownshot is really the only one you have to be worried about. But that didn't happen. Kirei was the one that was shut down. He was punished very early on into the game. He lost his flash. SLT has been sent down towards the bot side of the map. They're looking to try to match him up against the Renekton for now. Crownshot. Ooh, nice flash click.
Beautiful flash kick, and Crownshot really can't get anywhere. He's taking one down with him.
I mean, that's the best thing you can do if you're Crownshot there. You force Broken Blade to use his flash. Just the Divine Sunder just seems to give you so much benefit, complementing his already very powerful kit when it comes to the 1v1.
This gives you so much healing as well as the TP comes into the mid lane. Labrov caught out just a little bit. Limit being focused down here. Crownshot will take him out. Labrov trying to get away as Nuclear in chases in with the Dominus. There's the Weaver's Wall as well from Kirei, but he doesn't really separate the team at all. Nuclear in with a nice slice and dice back across the wall to get to safety. Meanwhile, Broken Blade is facing off against Leader. Nuclear Imp will be able to get away. Broken Blade dashed over to the minions, and Vitality get a kill from a Schalke engage.
That was a very good wall from Kirei. He does keep Nuclear Int alive, or at the very least he keeps his flash. But Vitality are going to be the overall benefactors. They're going to get themselves a tower.
The LEC stage, he's been one of these players that has always been in the wings, kind of like Magic Felix was before he joined in with Astralis. Rift Toad coming down here in the mid lane. Flash used by Kirei to get away. That Rift Toad will possibly not charge in. Won't charge in.
Correct.
AD carries, Crownshot and Leader. Both of them, of course, attack damage. Not a huge amount of magic damage on the side of Vitality. Makes itemization relatively easy for Schalke if they want to get themselves, you know, some steel
to fight yet. But Vitality saying, well, you either fighters or you lose Baron. And Schalke is very aware of what is going on, so excellently playing around their power spikes, Vitality forcing the situation.
And no TP for Nuclear Int, who just showed on a bot wave as well. This is Baron for Vitality. And perhaps they'll look for a little bit more off the back of it. Harrowed Path coming up. Selfmade looking for the chase. Wind becomes lightning. Didn't quite connect. Leader still chasing down Broken Blade, who won't be able to force him away.
Took his time. He sat in a silent. He's now sitting at level 15 at 22 minutes into the game. SLT has been very reserved with the Lulu, as you'd come to expect, and overall Vitality have just punished the mistakes from Schalke and have been at the right place at the right time. Now they're sieging onto the base of Schalke, and we'll see what they can actually do if they can actually break into these tier 3 towns.
And Nuclear Int is only just about getting his recall.
No, if Schalke's going to have enough time to even get there. And I'm sure that Vitality is not going to allow it, as they now have their eyes set on Eon.
Limit's looking for a pass just somewhere on the other side of the map right now. He has the longest flank in the history of flanks. I'm pretty sure he could have walked there a little bit quicker as he does get into the backside. On the front line now, he's popped his stopwatch, and Schalke still able to take this fight, but Leader is beginning to get the resets. He will chase them down. Heartbreaker coming out, Kire going down as well. Leader steals away the Talia, jumps across the wall. Neon and Broken Blade, the only two remaining members here for Schalke, and Vitality. Well, Schalke look for a fight. You know, they look to try and find some control around that dragon. Vitality were having none of it. 12-1. They don't even need the Ocean Soul. Instead, they will look to end this game.
Absolute decimation from Vitality from start to finish. They converted a single kill into a huge lead, and now they're looking to end the game in 25 minutes. One of the fastest games of the day, maybe even the fastest, and with an impressive performance across the board from Vitality.
It was just murder from start to finish here for Vitality. They annihilate Schalke and take their first win in summer.
Clean stuff. The changes that Vitality have made in the offseason could be exactly what the organization needs to put them back in contention. Whereas Misfits are going to round things out with an Alistair. Vander, tried and true. Mr. Consistent down in the bot lane. Very reliable support, has been for a very long time. And he's going to be one of the big engage tools for Misfits. So Misfits have a little bit more of a dive composition. We saw this earlier. We've been seeing this a lot throughout the day.
Into Hirit early on here has built himself up a 14-15 CS lead. And a pure 1v1 for the majority of it. Hylissang diving in once again. Of course, can jump a long way away here. Vander looking to not upset far enough away.
But he did run it and died at like level 2.
So I think, if I remember correctly, it was first run against him by Genji's Life at Worlds 2019. And then Hylissang started doing it a lot more last year, yeah. But they destroyed Life. Like, Life did not have a good time in that game at all. It was the Ezreal Rakan lane.
I remember your... Yes, I remember that.
Ooh, Niski flashes BTO.
Flash.
Great flash from him to get out of that one. Does still have the TP here. Could TP in, and Razork is in a good position for a gank here onto Niski. BTO goes back. Niski, of course, no flash on him. The Phoenix stance is going to burn Niski down. Doesn't really have the mana to dash right now either. Razork with another stun. The bear is enough. Razork survives. Oh, it doesn't quite. Last minion auto attack will take him down.
And of course, the mid lane advantage that Niski continues to build in this 1v1 matchup.
You can see Adam about 300 CS, right? 300 gold up right now, about 600 gold. Oh! Whippo with the equalizer finds the long
Niski, really. Whippo just leveraging the long-range ultimate that the Rumble does have to secure that kill onto VTO is going to keep that Akali down, and that's a really important matchup to keep down as here it's going to kick Adam away.
Yeah, just wants to keep Adam at arm's length. Adam will way up here as well. Dragon was taken by Fnatic. Razork looking to catch out Adam, uses the control ward. Adam was in the harrowed path, that invisibility, and now Razork holds the wave. No one from Fnatic is coming to save you, Adam. Jumps forward. His heart is broken into. Razork with an easy kill in the top lane.
Yeah, beautiful. Fnatic is putting down all across the boards, and he's making it work for his team. The question is, can they get away with this Rift Herald as Fnatic rejoins the fight?
There's the equalizer. Razork chasing onto Niski. VTO diving in as well. TP coming in as Fnatic have already got 2 quick kills. The shutdown onto Razork. And here it's going to get chased away here as well. He will fall. VTO forced away from the fight. I believe the Rift Herald went over to Whippo as well. And of course, this year as well. I was playing professionally for 2 years, I should note, in case anyone out there's like, I've been playing for 10 and I can't even get to LEC. It's probably been playing for a little while longer than that. Rift Herald used in the mid lane. Adam coming across, going to force Hirit away. Nice stun with the Spectral Morph. Chases him in, and the Heartbreaker won't quite be enough damage. Hirit uses the kick onto Whippo. Rift Herald charges in. Hylissang dives forward as well. The Rift Herald will help them take all 5 plates from this mid lane tower. Fnatic now 3,000 gold ahead, betting.
Pretty good used item, which is often why she's picked into things like the Lucian, because once you get level 6, you actually have some kill threat. As we see another re-engage.
Hylissang goes in. Remember, no flash on him. He's going to try and dodge away here, but Razork is there with the stun, and Kobe is there with the killer instinct. Another stun going down onto Upset. Whippo was waiting around the corner, but will start to down BTO. Still only sitting on the Leeching Leer here. Doesn't have a full first item. Vander coming in as well, but you have to feel, yeah, that would have been very greedy for Misfits if they went for anything there. We're just poking them.
Bit of information gathered as well. See, as Hylissang now diving underneath the tower, takes a lot of damage.
Yeah, not the most effective of dives there. Razzle's going to try and chase down Nisqy. Nisqy does still have flash here. Vito working his way across as well. Now, will Misfits take this fight? Nisqy low, down to half HP. Here goes Bwipo, and Razzle is burnt to an absolute crisp. Nisqy flashes across the wall. Bwipo now stuck in the Dragon Pit by himself. Vander trying to go in. Vito dives across, but the feathers fly, and it's a triple for Bwipo.
50 points to Bwipendor as he gets himself the triple kill. 5-0-1 right now. I think it's too risky for them to commit to this right now. I don't even think that it would benefit them a huge amount. Oh, you might just... Yeah, that's not going to work. The TP now comes through.
Adam's going to join it. Equalizer going down as well. Vander tries to get the knockup, but you just don't have the damage. Bwipo almost falls. VTO looking for that backline access. Razzle going in as well with the charm. It's great here from Hylissang. Shut down as Hirit takes out Bwipo. VTO chased off towards the top side by Nisqy, but Razzle's killed off Upset. Adam left alone in a 1v3 now, and all on his lonesome, he will fall as well. It was a risky fight for Misfits, but they were able to pick up some kills.
Here I thought Misfits didn't want to take that fight, but it ends up working out in their favor. Razork now makes a reappearance onto Nisqy. He's been seeing the jungler's face all day, and Razork is looking to get himself some points on the board.
Oh, Nisqy! Oh, that was close. Razork does die to Nisqy. VTO takes the kill in the end.
I thought that it was going to be a quick and easy kill there from Razork, but he ends up losing his life. The kill's now 9-9. A much more competitive game than quite standard front to back. They do have backline access, and because so many Fnatic members are squishy, I can see how Misfits can actually come out ahead in these 5v5s. Let's have a look and see how this one plays out. TP is available for VTO. He's now going to kick that one off.
He's saying Fnatic shouldn't take a straight-up fight. That's not the Fnatic I know and love. Vito off towards the side of this as Vander goes in. Dragon secured by Razzle. Bwipo pops the stopwatch. Adam gets his first possession, dives in onto Vito. Kobe trying to do the damage that he can. Keller sticks in. Vito kills off Bwipo. Kobe so low on the backline. He'll be taken out by Upset. Now it's Nisqy and Upset versus the world, but Misfits continue to push forward. A quadra kill for Vito. Add one more on the plate. Here it takes it, and it's an ace for Misfits.
We talked about how squishy this beautiful team fight from Misfits, and they now claim some control over this game.
VTO is now 1,000 gold ahead. 2 items on VTO. He's got a stopwatch as Hylissang jumped on here. There's the stun. Hylissang, where are you going to go? Dives back towards Nisqy, but VTO is on the chase. He's on the prowl. He's on the hunt. Can't quite land the shuriken. There's the equalizer, and perhaps Fnatic are going to try and turn this one back around. Vander going back in. Kobe dives forward with the killer instinct, and here comes the TP as Hirit wants to join the fray. VTO underneath the tower. Can't quite kill off Nisqy, but Hirit lands the kick. Looks for the knockback. Can't quite do the damage to Upset, and Hirit has dived a little greedily. He's dived a little deep, and he will fall. Adam possesses him as the Sonic Wave doesn't quite connect.
Fnatic are able to punish the over-aggression from Misfits. Adam now looking for the fight onto VTO.
Adam just taking the fight to VTO right here. TP is coming in for Fnatic, but Adam is absolutely popping off.
Gonna melt through this objective and immediately flips the game once again.
Razork has flash, Vedi. Are you going to go for it? 2,000? You're just going to flash in. Hylissang! So smart, gets the knockup, can dive back to the rest of Fnatic. So we can get towards that third item. Ocean Drake now secured for Fnatic. Mid lane Cryo for Misfits. You can sense it. You can feel it in the air. The fight is coming.
Impressive game, and a lot of credit needs to go over to Razork. I think his early game was really impactful in keeping Misfits relevant as the ultimate comes down.
TP coming out as well. There's the Cullen, Kobe. Just gets a locket. Vander on that front line. Hirit going in. Hirit going out straight away. And now VTO is going to get charmed as soon as he gets out of this. Has the stopwatch still. Dodges away with the stopwatch. Razork going onto the back line as well as Bwipo is the first one to fall. VTO dives back onto him. Perfect execution from the Misfits mid laner there. Hylissang still looking to step forward, but it was Fnatic that pulled the trigger. And it was Bwipo who paid the price. Here it goes in. Hylissang goes down. 1-for-1 trade as Adam possesses the Lee Sin. Misses the Sonic Wave. Misfits now a man up. Baron's going to go
they're trying to trade Soul for the Baron right now, which is definitely a worthwhile trade for Fnatic. Without Kobe, this becomes a lot harder, but Razork trying to go for the steal.
VTO has perfect execution. VTO can dive in, dive out. Twilight Shroud gets him back. Razork goes in. Smite secured from Bwipo, and Bwipendor come out on top in that individual play. There's the equalizer. Hirit dives back onto Vander with the safeguard, but Fnatic are on a rampage. Fnatic are on the run towards Misfits. Vander goes in. VTO's dominating. Kobe dives in with the killer instinct as well. and Vander may have just turned this fight on its head with a single headbutt. Triple kill for VTO, a second quadra of the game, and are they gonna give it to them? Are they gonna give VTO his first pentakill of the LEC? Well, Adam is not. He will retreat.
So much work, and he is putting Fnatic in the ground. Yes, Fnatic were able to get themselves the Baron. Yes, Adam is still alive, but Misfits have their eyes set on the Nexus, and they're looking to end the game.
Adam dives in, pops the stopwatch. Are we still in pentakill timer range? Dragon's Rage, VTO lands the shuriken. It's an ace, but not a penta for the Misfits. Mid laner, Equalizer comes out, clears the minions, but the Nexus turrets have been cleared as well. And Fnatic may have won the early game, but Misfits managed to secure the win.
Look at the faces of elation on the side of Misfits. Beautifully played. A lot of credit needs to go to Razork for the early game, because all of the advantages that Fnatic were finding, Razork was able to keep Misfits relevant.
Yeah.
He was looking for